How to start a garage door business and make $960,000 a year. There is a massive need for garage door installation companies because there are so many new houses being built right now. It is insane. There's a housing shortage, and home builders are building tons of houses, and every house that they build most of them need a garage door. Also, garage doors only last on average 15 to 30 years. So after the 15 to 30 years, somebody has to replace that garage door, and you can take advantage of both of these opportunities and start this business today. So how can we start it? How much does it cost? How much can we make? And what are some things you really need to look out for? Here we go. So let's go into the costs. Okay, how much does it cost to really start this business? It's not a massive upfront cost, but there is some expenditures here that you're going to want to pay attention to and plan for. The first thing we're going to need is a truck. A truck, you could probably get by with a $20,000 truck, get a used truck. Just keep your expenses low at the beginning. Also, you're going to need a trailer to put your equipment in, so that's about $15,000 for a nice utility trailer. Equipment and tools, you're going to need to spend about $5,000 if you don't already have some tools that you could use. For a website and forming your business and really getting some marketing out there, you're going to need about $500 for that. Your insurance cost is probably going to be anywhere around $2,000 for that. As you grow, your insurance cost will continue to rise, but at the beginning, $2,000 is probably a good budget for that. Your total startup cost is about $42,000 or $42,500. I would advise that you don't get a loan for that startup because I really think that that's a low enough amount that you could really save up for, plan for this business, and start. So let's get into how much we can make and how much we can actually profit starting this business. The national average for a 2-car garage door, and when I was doing research on this was across the board, but I really tried to hone in on what you could actually charge for a 2-car garage. They came back at around $4,000 for that you can charge a homeowner or a home builder to install that garage door. The average profit margin for a garage door company, and this is a little on the high end, but I really think if you keep your expenses low, you can get there, is 25%. The average time it takes to install a garage door is about 3 to 5 hours, and then the average jobs that you could do per week once you get going is about 5 jobs per week. So if we look at 5 jobs a week at a $4,000 installation cost, that puts us at $20,000 a week, $80,000 a month, $960,000 a year, just doing 5 jobs a week, which is about 3 to 4 hours, which is not even a full-time job. Okay, so I'm going to tell you in a second. You're saying, oh, that's great. I could do 5 jobs a week. I'm going to tell you how you can get those jobs and the marketing aspect of this business so you can bring in sales in a second. But let's get into how much we can profit. Again, I mentioned our profit margin being 25%. That means that we're profiting $20,000 a month. As the owner of the business, we're bringing in $240,000 a year in profit. I always say this every time I review a business in the trades. I always say there is money in the trades. I tell young kids, hey, you may want to second guess going to college when you can get into a trade and make a ton of money, especially in this business. So $240,000 a year profit, that's great. What are some positives? Some positive of this business is that it's profitable. At a 25% profit margin, you could probably get a little bit higher. As you scale, that's going to go down, but very profitable business. Number 2, it's always needed. Like I said, the trades are always needed. You always need somebody who can professionally install a garage door. This is not really something you want to DIY just because you don't want the garage door to fall on you or your family, right? So you want somebody who's professionally and trained to do this. The next thing we need to do is we need to think of the ways this business will fail. This is where the sales and marketing strategy, which I'm going to bring up here in a second, think of the ways this business will fail. All the things that will make it go south, how it will bankrupt, whatever, how it could go south, how it could go under, right? Most businesses go under because they don't think about ways in which how they can go under and create strategies on how to prevent those things. Okay, so the first thing is we're not getting jobs, right? I said you could do 5 jobs a week. What if we don't get those jobs, Nate? Great question. You need to network with home builders. Every home builder in your city, your local, wherever in the 1 hour to 2 hour radius, you need to be calling and you need to say, hey, I'm a garage door company. I want to be on your list as approved vendors for installing garage doors, okay? So many home builders, custom home builders. So you have big box home builders and you have custom home builders as well. Call all of them. Also call commercial builders, because there are commercial buildings that do have garage doors, maybe even more garage doors than a traditional house because it's a commercial building. So make sure you're calling those. Try to get in the investing and flipping community, because a lot of investors are buying flips, and usually those flips don't have a working garage door. And if you can add one in there, it makes the home value go up. So really invest in those investors in flips. Create a website that has SEO. SEO is search engine optimization. That means when people search garage door company near me, you pop up. Really, if you research this, or you could potentially pay a company to do it, but I would say if you research it, you could do it yourself and really do a great job. Make sure if you want to do some local marketing, you can, but I really think those other areas are really going to breed to more results than you sponsoring a T-ball. You could always go door to door and put your card out there, but really networking is going to be the top thing for you to do in this business. You could always reach out to other bigger garage door companies and say, hey, I'm a local company. If you ever have jobs that you can't get a hold of, I would love for you to subcontract them to me. Your profit margin is going to go down, but it's going to keep you and your employees busy if you have employees at the start. Okay. Next thing we need to do is we need to make sure our quality is good. That means we need to know what we're doing. If you haven't installed a garage door before, look for local classes, or look for classes and conferences, trainings across the United States. There are so many places where you could fly out, do a week-long course or a couple-day-long course of you actually installing garage doors, and you learn how to do it the right way, come back and crush it in your hometown. The next thing is showing up on time. So many contractors, they say they're going to be there at 9 and they don't show up till 10. Showing up on the right time will give you more kudos than anything else in the contracting business. Showing up on time and making sure the job's done within the time frame that you said it would is awesome. Making sure that your calendar is actually mapped out so you know what you can do and not overspreading yourself to where you have to cancel on people. So make sure you do what you say you're going to do. The next thing is, if you're seriously interested in this, I would look up a local CPA in your hometown and get with them about creating your LLC and asking them who they should recommend for insurance, and ask them if they know an attorney to help you with your customer agreement. That means when you go install a garage door for somebody, you want to make sure that they sign a purchase order or purchase agreement or a bid or whatever it is, that you're holding them accountable and that they're holding you accountable to install the garage door. Because some people will not pay you and you're like, what the heck, what am I going to do? But there's no agreement. Make sure that there's a piece of paper that's signed that can be held up in court. Consult with a local attorney about that and how you can get that drafted. Okay, so after that, commit to starting. Being a business owner has been the best decision I have made. I've made more money as a business owner. I've had more freedom. I've had more control, more flexibility. The list goes on and on. I love it. I'm a huge advocate of entrepreneurship, and especially this business. It is something that you can do and be very successful. Scale this business and sell it down the road. My name's Nate Jones. If you get value out of today's video, I ask that you like and subscribe, because I make other videos on my page about how to start businesses and how you can scale your business. Thank you.